Hey there, everyone. We're back for some more yoga time because yoga is awesome. We'll further continue into what we've been working on already this week in the hips. And if you haven't seen the recent upper body somatics video that was released, check it out. If you haven't checked out that section yet, scope it out. It's a good time and a fabulous way to release tension in the body and allow yourself to relax and slow down a bit and do some really easy stuff. We'll start in our hero's pose today though. So with support, using your block or your bolster, whatever you like, but coming into your hero's pose. And you know the drill. Knees are straight ahead of the hips. Hands can slide down the outer hips and you can feel the inner edges of your heels snug in toward your body. Then we'll just rest the hands on the thighs. Close down through the eyes. Feel your navel draw inward. And notice the sensation of anchoring down through your sit bones. Notice the weight of your hips sinking into the block or into your bolster. Imagine like you're leaning into a wall, and just notice any adjustments that your body naturally comes to. So maybe you can feel the crown of your head reaching a little higher to the ceiling. Maybe you just felt your shoulders pull back a little bit. Just notice what you notice. Breath moves in and out of the nose. Tongue is toward the roof of the mouth. Notice the sense of stillness. Notice the quiet in your mind. Tuning into pratyahara, your ability to fetch your attention if it wanders. And let's have that as our main focus today, is working on pratyahara. So if we do find that the mind starts to wander as we flow along and breathe along, remember to pause and bring yourself here and now. Mindful of your surroundings, sweep the fingers out to the sides and up to the ceiling, nice and easy. Gaze upward as you blink open your eyes. Perhaps your palms can come all the way together. And continue to reach up here. You're breathing in and out of the nose. Shoulders stay away from your ears. Maybe even feel the shoulder blades draw slightly downward on the back. Your hips are still beautifully neutral and strong. One more breath in. As we breathe out, bring your right hand over and down to the right. Look at your right hand and hinge to the right. Keep your hips nice and grounded though, equally balanced. Inhale, come back to center, look up to the ceiling as your right hand comes up. Then we'll look over to the left and down as your left hand comes down, and you hinge to the left. Nice big stretch out of the right hip, but hips stay heavy through both sides. Inhale, center, take your time, gaze upward, keep shoulders down, so no stress in the neck. Exhale, over to the right, look down to the right hand, and hinge over. So your elbow could bend, that right elbow could be bending inward, but no pressure. Inhale, when it arrives, come back up. Slow things down. Over to the left as we breathe out. Remember to not collapse the chest forward. Feel your right shoulder peel back. Inhale, let's come up through center. One more time to the right. Breathe out. Nice and smooth. Come back to center. And to the left. And we'll come all the way back up. Hands down through Anjali Mudra. Draw a breath in. And a breath out. Let's shift our weight forward to come into tabletop pose. And then shift your hips back onto the block. So we're just doing this a few times. Come forward into table. Think of your knees pushing down, and then come back into heroes. Again, if you find that it's like really cramping up in your hip flexors, try what we did the other day and push your hands into your thighs as you send your weight forward, then release your hands down, then shift your weight back, hands on the legs, come down. Try 2 more times in the way that feels the easiest for your body and that you don't get as many cracks and movements perhaps, but you find some smoothness in the movement. Okay, so now come forward into your table, tuck your toes and find your downward dog. Leave the block there though. Let your head and neck relax. Complete breath in and out. Good, now just check in with the mobility. Gently lower your knees, untuck your toes, sit back in heroes. So it's lots of stuff for the abdomen and the hip flexors. Might seem like simple planes of movement, but it can take a bit to work into it. So let's try that transition or those transitions a few more times. So shift forward, find your table, tuck your toes, draw the navel up and in as you float the hips up and back into your downward dog. Your heels might touch the ground, they might not. Does it matter? No. Focus on a long spine. Feel your belly pull into your spine. And then lift your heels here. Keep your navel drawing in. Then lower your knees down with control. Abdominals are strong. Untuck the toes, come back. Hero's pose. Smoothing out a bit, I hope so. Come back forward, table. Oh, I went too fast on that one, I got a little crack. Tuck the toes, find your downward dog, hips up and back. Breathe in, maybe find that lift through your heels again as your navel draws a little closer to the thighs. Your arms are even longer, and nice and easy. Lower the knees down, gaze forward, untuck your toes, sit back, hero's pose. Okay, so this is our home base for the next few movements. Come back forward, table. Tuck the toes, downward dog. Good. Right toes float all the way up And bend your right knee to open and stack right hip on left. You got it. Big stretch, draw big circles with the right knee. Whatever direction you start is great. So do 3 one way, and then reverse. Keep your arms straight and strong. Yeah. Nice big circles. And then we'll come into stillness. Bring your right toes back down to the mat. Left toes float up, breath in. Bend the knee, open and stack left hip. Draw your circles, keep your arms strong. And try not to rush your circles, make them nice and big. 3 one way, and 3 the other way. Nice and strong, you've got it. Come back to stillness. Left toes come down. Knees come down. Untuck the toes. Hero's pose. Breathe in. Breathe out. Fingers come back behind the toes. Keep your arms long and lift your sternum upward. Feel your fingertips push down. Complete inhale. And exhale, slowly release to bring your upper body up. Hands walk forward, let your chest go low. Your forearms come to the mat. Hips away from the block, tuck the toes, dolphin pose. Ooh, full breath in. Full breath out. Full breath in. Exhale, lower your knees. Untuck your toes. Keep the chest low as you slide yourself back. Hero's pose. Fingers come behind you. Chest lifts to the ceiling. Breath in. So your hips are on your block still, nice and comfortably. Breath out. Flow your chest a little higher. Anchor your hips. Breath in. Start to float the chest up. Neutral spine. Breath out, draw your belly in, crawl your hands forward, chest comes low, forearms on the mat. Lift the hips, tuck your toes, dolphin pose. Breathe in. Breathe out. Lower the left heel down to the right, so you're down to the left, so outer edge of left foot's on the mat, and your right leg just opens up to stack on top. Just let it move as it needs to. Right hip stacks on left. Then nice and easy, just tilt your right toes back down to the ground. Let the outer right foot come down, and your left leg just opens up. It's like you're opening a door. So your left leg stays in line with the left hip. And then close the door. Left toes down. Knees come down. Hips lower to the block. Slide yourself back. You might move your block as you go along. Stuff happens. Fingers move back. Open your chest. Sternum to the ceiling. Breath in. Good. Breath out. Come all the way back up. Fingers low, chest low, forearms down. Tuck the toes, hips away from heels. Come up, dolphin pose. Okay. So we're practicing that same move again. So just let your legs stay in the same position they're in, but we're twisting the hips. So then the legs are going to open like a door as we move the hips. Outer edge of left foot comes to the mat and the right leg just opens up like a door. Yes. Right toes come down as the left toes face the ground. Outer edge of right foot to the mat, left leg opens up like a door. Come back down, left toes to the floor. Do it again. Left heel lowers, right side opens up. This side's easier for me, it's more accessible. Come back down. And then open the other way, right heel down. This side feels a little tighter. So notice what's different for you. Come back down. Third time's a charm, right? Back over to the left. One more. You know what you're doing. You're strong. Come back to center. Open the door to the right. Or I guess we're opening it to the left, but you knew what I meant. And come back. Lower your knees. Hero's pose. Back bend in your heroes. Float the chest. Breath in. Breath out. Come up to neutral spine and just pause here. Give yourself a hug with your left arm on top, wrapping your fingers around the backs of your shoulders. And let your head just rest forward into your chest. Let your upper body just round a little bit here. And then just rock to the right and to center and to the left. And just go back and forth a couple times, just nice and easy. Working any gunk out of the upper back. Good, and let's come through stillness. Sit tall, inhale, open your arms wide, open your chest. Reach fingers away, and then we'll exhale, opposite arm on top. So right arm on top, give yourself a big hug, wrap the fingers around the backs of your shoulders. Your navel draws in as your head relaxes forward. You have a gentle round through the upper back. Just nice and easy here. And then just rock side to side. So to the right, roll to the left, and just continue. Your breath just moves naturally with your movement. So you'll exhale as you roll forward and you inhale as you come to one side. And nice and easy, come through center and just release. Hands are on the thighs. Complete breath in here. Let it go through the mouth. All the way in. Let it go. One more like that, all the way in. And out. Fabulous. Blink open the eyes. Inhale, circle the arms out to the side, up to the ceiling. Exhale, hands come back down onto the thighs. Then slide the hands forward, chest is low, forearms come to the mat. Tuck your toes, dolphin pose. Good. Now this time, step on your block. You might need to scooch it in a little closer to you, see how you feel, but a little further away will make it slightly easier. So just breathe in and breathe out. One more in. And as you breathe out, step off your block, lower your knees. We're almost done with this heroes sequence. Untuck the toes, we're back to heroes. From heroes, can you bring the sole of your right foot down to the mat? You might have to lean to the left a little bit. Fingers come behind. Open your chest. Draw your right knee into your chest, and then work to lengthen the right toes away. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. As you breathe out, right knee bends. I know that's a lot of work on the hip flexors. Come back up, sole of right foot's on the mat. Right arm comes inside your right leg. Your hips are still on the block, so try not to get your hips off the block here. Left hand can reach forward. So work on just hugging your right leg into the outer right shoulder. And if you can, flip your right palm up as you start to bring the fingers over to the right. And then maybe that arm can wrap around the right leg. That's only going to happen if your right shoulder is ahead of your right knee. If it's not, please do not force it. Instead, stay here and keep working that flexibility and integrated strength. If your arm is wrapped around the back, your left hand can come around back and you can pull your chest to reach forward. So this can really create some amazing space in the lower back. Breathe in, breathe out. And this is a variation of a more advanced version of Marichyasana. So this will help you in lots of other postures as well. And as you can feel, it does such a great job of working the midsection of the body and the spine. And nice and easy, release from where you've gone so you can come all the way back up nice and tall, and your right foot and leg comes back to half or to heroes. Now doing that might not be super accessible, so you might be lifting your hips up to accommodate, okay? Left foot comes forward onto the mat, knee is bent. We're still seated on the block. Fingers come back, chest lifts, left knee draws in. Not big movements, but they can feel like a lot. And then we lengthen the left leg out. Oh la la, this side's tighter on me. Feel the core do the work. Feel the hip flexors. Oh yeah. Press your fingertips down. One more breath, you've got it. As we exhale, nice and easy, bend your left knee, plant the foot down. Tricky to do that controlled, hey? Come all the way up. Let your left arm slide inside your left leg and walk your hands forward. Now, notice again what's happening with your sit bones. For me, my left side feels a little tighter, so when I walked my hands forward, I felt my left sit bone lift up a bit. So what do? Walk back a little bit. Left sit bone can settle, and I just hang out where I need to. So just observe these little things that can happen and do happen. Then we have our option on the other side to see what's happening with our arms, maybe a bind. The left fingers could turn out to the left to maybe face up as the left arm wraps around the outer left leg. But again, the left fingers could be reaching forward if that's not possible. You could also use a strap, but I wouldn't bother right now. Right hand could reach behind to find the left hand in a bind, or you're continuing to work your chest forward with the hands reaching forward. Remember, sit bones are anchored on your block. Breathe in, breathe out. Notice the space that's opening up for you here. And nice and easy. Release. Come back to heroes. Walk your hands forward, lower your forearms down, lift your hips up, you're back to your dolphin pose. This time, inch your block in. I inched mine in like 6 inches, I just meant like 2. I got a little happy there, sliding the block. So step your toes onto your block. If it feels too close, then back it up a bit. We're working to stack the hips over the shoulders. It doesn't mean it happens today. Complete breath in. Press your elbows down and think of rounding your spine like a cat. This is going to bring some spaciousness into your spine and strength into your abs. One more breath. As you exhale, let your knees bend, step off your block, knees lower down. Untuck your toes, optional to slide the block out and come into your full hero's pose. You could keep the block there if you like. Full breath in, notice the space you have in your body. Full breath out. Full breath in. Hands can come behind, fingertips on the mat. Lift your sternum up. Complete inhale. And exhale. Good. One more in. Now, as we breathe out, our transition is next into headstand, tripod headstand. So mindfully slide your chest forward and your hands forward. Crown of the head comes down. Now you can leave your block on the mat if you were using it. You can set it aside too. You do you. Tuck your toes. Double check your foundation. Maybe the knees float. And if they do, maybe the feet float to the ceiling too. Just breathe in and out and notice those connections, because there's likely a little bit more lightness through the body after creating so much awareness in the hips and the spine. Breathe in and out. Take your time. Slowly lower your knees onto your triceps. And if you can, have your big toes touch. And just pause here. Keep the shoulders away from the ground. Make sure you feel really stable here. I know you know, take breaks when you need. Now lengthen just your left leg and let your toes touch the mat. And then bend the knee deeper and then bring the foot back up and do the right side, right toes touch down. And then that heel comes back to the bum. Go back to the left and then do the right at the same time. Touch your toes down, release your knees all the way to the ground. Untuck your toes. Come into child's pose, extended with your arms forward, forehead on the mat. Breathe in and out. Beautiful. Roll yourself up to seated on the shins. If you did still have your block on your mat, just take a moment to set it aside and we'll come forward into table pose. Then tuck your toes, downward dog. Big toes touch. Look forward, breath in. Bend the knees, breath out, walk your feet to the top of the mat. Flat back pose, breath in. Breath out, we'll fold forward, let your belly touch your thighs. Bring your fingers behind your back, interlace the fingers and reach the knuckles to the ceiling. Lengthen through your arms. Press your big toes downward. Feel the inner line of the legs fire up as you send your sit bones to the ceiling. Send your knuckles to the ceiling. Chest pulls away from the ground even more. Breathe in and out. And nice and easy, soften. Release, fingers to the mat, flat back, breath in. Breath out, right toes step back, low lunge, knee comes down, fingers sweep up and back. Exhale, hands forward and down. Plant the palms, come to plank. Ashtanga Pranam, knees, chest, chin. Bhujangasana, downward dog. Right toes float to the ceiling, breath in. Right foot lunges forward, breath out, left knee lowers, Anjaneyasana. Fingers forward and down. We step forward, flat back, step back, left foot, knee down, sweep it up. Nice and open in the heart. Exhale, hands down. Step to plank, Ashtanga Pranam. Exhaling. Bhujangasana, inhaling and pressing up and back to downward dog. Left foot to the ceiling, breath in. Left foot forward in a lunge, breath out. Right knee down, Anjaneyasana. Fingers forward and down. We step forward. Flat back. And fold. Let your belly touch your thighs. Wrap the arms around behind the shins. Tuck your fingers under your heels. Lift up on your heels with your fingers and let your head relax. Look between your shins. Breathe in and out. The more you lift up on your heels, the more your upper body will soften downward. Shoulders away from ears. And slowly release. Fingertips to the mat, flat back. Right foot steps back. Exhale, knee lowers. Fingers up and back, Anjaneyasana. Exhale, the elbows bend out to the sides, cactus arms. Inhale, reach up. Cactus arms. One more time, reach up. Cactus arms. So nice. Reach it up. Hands forward and down. Step it back to your plank. Ashtanga Pranam. Nice, easy flow here. Find your down dog. Smooth action. Right toes to ceiling. And we lunge forward. Left knee down. Fingers reach up. And reach it back. Good, breath in. Cactus arms. Reach up. Cactus arms. And again, up. Cactus arms. And up. Hands forward and down. Tuck the toes. Step forward. Flat back. Exhale, left foot steps back. Anjaneyasana, sweep up. Cactus arms. Sweep up. Cactus arms. And up. And bend. Reach up. Hands forward and down. Come back to plank. Ashtanga Pranam. Notice the heat building in the body. Follow your breath back to your down dog. Left foot floats up. We breathe in. Lunge it forward. Breathe out. Right toes down. Anjaneyasana. Cactus arms. And up. Cactus arms. One more up. And bend. And up. Hands forward and down. Tuck the toes. Step forward. Flat back. And fold. Palms face up. Slide them underneath the feet from the front. Toes go up the wrists. So really step onto the base of the palms as best as you can. Breathe in. As you breathe out, let your head relax and just feel that rounding sensation through the upper back. See if you can soften into your breath here. And nice and easy, take your time. Release the fingertips. Inhale to find your flat back pose. And on the exhale, press into your feet to stand up. Circle your arms, a breath in. Down through heart center, breath out. Arms by the sides, and just pause here. Close your eyes for a moment. Notice how you're feeling. Lots of pathways, perhaps clearing. One more breath in and out. Let's circle the arms, breath in. Hands down through heart center, breath out. Hinge at the hips, fold forward. Inhale to find flat back. And exhale to draw your belly inward so your fingers are on the mat. Your right leg floats up and back, hip height. Just hold it here, breathe in. And let's bring the right foot back down under the right hip, breathe out. Breathe in, you're grounding into the right foot so the left leg can float up and back, hip height. And just hang out here. Bring the left foot back down. Okay. Your fingers can step a little bit further forward now. Your right leg is opening out to the right. So we're getting wide. Breathe in. Doesn't matter how high up it goes, we just find a float. And then the right foot comes back down under the right hip. Navel draws in, left side, left leg floats out to the left. Doesn't matter how high it goes, we're just finding the movement here. And then bring the left foot back down. Find your flat back. As you exhale, heel toe your feet out so that you can come into Malasana. So toes out, heels in, feet are hip distance apart, hips slide back and down, palms to the heart. Breathe in. Breathe out. Let's twist to the right. So left hand down, right hand to the ceiling. Open your chest. Choose to stay here, or left arm can wrap around the left leg. Right hand can come behind in a bind. Lots of similar shapes in different ways. One more breath in with wherever you are here. And release as you exhale. Back to Malasana, palms at heart center. And then right hand can come down, left hand reaches up. We hang out here. Just see what works. Keep your weight into your heels. If available, your right arm rather can wrap out and around your right leg. Left hand might be able to come behind. These are big movements. The chest is opening. And it doesn't matter where we're at as long as we're at the space we need to be. Breath in and out. One more in. And exhale, release. Palms come back to prayer. Breath in. Breath out, fingertips come down, palms come down. Hips lift up, knees to the armpits. Shift your weight forward and maybe find your crane. Think of your rounded back again here. So round the upper back. Notice how that changes your float. And then lower the feet back down, Malasana. Fingers reach to the ceiling. Breath in. Breath out. Hands and forearms come down. Hips lift, knees hug the outer shoulders. We slide forward in our baby crane. Maybe, maybe not. Toes come down. Back to Malasana. Palms in prayer. And breath out. Chest pulls forward. Arms open out like airplane wings. Maybe both arms hug around the legs. Maybe not. Breathe in. And out. Beautiful. Release your hands, fingertips down to the mat. Push your hips up and back to lengthen your legs. Adjust your feet so they're under the hips. Breathe in. Fold, breathe out. Inhale, find your flat back. Your fingertips are on the mat. Your knees are as bent as they need to be. If this, though, feels really, really challenging right now, I suggest coming up on your blocks, okay? Because it will make the next part easier. So just bend your right knee, feel your thigh touch your belly, your heel lifts, and then lengthen your right leg. Do the left side, left knee bends, heel lifts, and then lower it down. Okay, do the right side, and then see about bringing your right heel to your glute. Yes, and then bring the right foot down. Bend the left knee, pull the knee toward your armpit, your heel lifts, and then pull the heel to your glute. Oh yeah, lots of strong stuff here. And come down. Excellent. Okay, now lift your right heel. The next stuff is very, very optional. You're gonna see what happens. Bring your right heel to your right glute. Bring your right arm around the outer right leg. So you're wrapping your arm around like you were in the Malasana, and maybe if you can keep that, bring yourself up to standing and then see if you can find the bind. Alternately, you can start in standing, but we'll try that variation after. So just try the harder one first. And then slowly release your bind, come back down, right foot to the ground, fingertips to the mat, lift your left heel, just don't think about it too much. Heel comes to the glute. Left arm can wrap around the left leg kind of loosely. And then we press into the right foot to come up to stand. You can adjust your left arm around left leg. Right hand comes behind in the bind. So it's like bird of paradise, but different. This is heron pose. Or flamingo, sorry. And then nice and easy. Release the hands. Left foot comes down, fingers to the mat. Flat back breath in. Fold breath out. Good. Inhale, flat back. Stand up, exhale. Bring the thumbs or fists to your sacral bone. Feet are wider than the hips, maybe shoulder width. Press your hips forward, lean back a little, let your knees bend, gaze to the ceiling. Inhale, stand up. Exhale, do it again. Inhale, stand up. One more time, exhale. And up. Release the arms. Okay, So we'll try the flamingo pose from standing, and then the hard work is over. We finally got to a standing position fully, right? So see what happens here? But we've done all the really challenging parts of this, so you may find this becomes more accessible. We're rooted through our left foot, the right heel lifts, and then we step up with the right foot. You could even hug that leg in. It does, though, need to come a bit wider, so you could hang on to your right foot with your left hand to slide your right arm inside. So you could work the balance here for ages. And when it's available, maybe that arm can hug the outer right leg and the left hand comes behind in a bind, and you work to get tall. Whoa. So you find a place on the mat or a place on the ground. You find your drew stay, something not moving. We welcome ourselves to flamingo pose, to whichever variation we get to today, and mindfully release your bind. Let the foot come down. Woo, shake it out. Big pose, hey? It's been a while since we visited this one. Let's do the other side. So left heel is lifted, right foot's rooted down. Remember, we don't like push our weight out to the right. We keep everything centered. Left leg floats. And then we find out what's up. You can start hugging the leg in to practice balance. Maybe we hang on to the foot with the right hand so we can slide our left arm in and eventually wrap that arm around. And the right hand can come back. And we pause. And again, one side's going to be more accessible than the other. For me, this side is more accessible for whatever reason. It's kind of surprising. So breathe in, breathe out. And then we release the bind first and let it go. Shake it out. All right, face the top of your mat. Come back down into your malasana, but then let your hips lower and roll up and back into a plow pose almost. And then roll back forward toward malasana. Sit up and back to kind of a plow pose. One more like that. Coming up maybe to malasana if you can pull the chest forward, and then back to plow pose. Once you're back in plow, we'll stay here and adjust. So bring your hands to your low back, wiggle your shoulder blades closer together, make your adjustments in your halasana. Breathe in. Breathe out. Remember, you want to feel weight only across the backs of the shoulders, so the shoulder blades can tuck in. We don't feel the neck on the ground. We do feel the back of the head on the ground. And the elbows crawl closer together. The hands walk up the back, closer to the shoulder blades. Not that they need to touch there or anything, just think of the journey. Breathe in and out. And nice and easy, extend the legs up into shoulder stand. Breathe in and out. Hands walk up the spine toward shoulder blades. Again, you don't need to touch. Reach your toes up. Squeeze your glutes a little bit. Straighten your legs. Reach up through your toes. Breathe. Keep staring up at your toes. Stay strong. Excellent. With control, come back to plow pose. Maybe untuck your toes. Let the knees bend around the ears. The arms hug around the backs of the legs. Karnapidasana. Breathe in, breathe out. Then gently, arms release to come down by the sides. We mindfully lay the spine down top to bottom, one tiny bit at a time. Use your arms, use your muscles to articulate your movements nice and gently, bit by bit, until eventually your heels move to your glutes and your hands can come directly onto your kneecaps. And you start to draw circles with your knees. Enjoy the massage across the sacral bone, the back of the hips. Notice your breathing. Keep drawing the circles in the same direction. And reverse. Go the other way. Really focus on how the back of your hips are coming in contact with the mat. How can you smooth out that circular motion? Notice your breath automatically slowing down. Good. Now from here, just start to rock the knees side to side. Relax through your cheeks and your forehead. And then we'll move the knees forward and back. Good. Now reach the knees away from you, hang on to them with your hands, build some tension, and then let go and let the feet tap the ground. Beautiful. Feel that lovely ripple of prana and chi through the body. And then one leg at a time, lengthen down. Let your arms relax by your sides, palms face up. Very simply scan the body here. Each inhale pulls in through your feet, through your hands, through your skull, to the center of your body. And the exhale pushes out and leaves the body. And just follow that lovely pulsing pattern of the breath, pulling in and out, pulling into your center and then radiating outward. And try observing the breath in the opposite way. So as you exhale, the breath is pulling into your center, and as you inhale, it's pushing out. So the exhales pull in, and the inhales push out. So just see if you can play with that in the brain a bit. We take up more space as we're breathing in, take up less space as we're breathing out. Soften your skin. Feel your muscles relax away from the bones. And feel your bones sitting perfectly in place. Notice your ability to be here now. Gently blink open through your eyes and enjoy a lovely stretch and reach through your arms and legs. And release. Drag the heels along the mat and pull the knees into your chest. Give yourself a hug and rock side to side. And roll over to one side and press up. Coming into a comfortable seat, Sukhasana. Let's bring the palms to heart center, Anjali Mudra, just noticing how you feel. Notice how tall your spine is and how much space and strength you have in your hips and shoulders. Let's draw a complete breath in of love and gratitude to ourselves, and a breath out of love and gratitude for everyone else. And thank you for our practice today. Namaste. And of course, I hope you feel wonderful. Let me know how it went for you in the comments, and we'll see you again soon. Much love, everyone. Bye.